Ooh,
We're
yeah.
Tune in for the tea with me.
Yo estoy con amigo. I am with friend.
You know, I'm just thinking about like the peaceful nature that it's in me that I don't want to bring out because I hate it. I'm gonna come dressed up as a Scooby-Doo.
En Puerto Rico se comen iguana.
Yeah. Por favor, mantequilla. Ahora. My English is being bullied in this podcast.
Ooh,
Ay!
so close. I am for everyone's dream. Mucho amor. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Typically Misunderstood with your host, Jehziel Miralles and Abner Montalvo.
What is up, people?
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm feeling good today.
You look like a golf coach.
It's my next job.
Amen, brother.
I'm a golf in the ghetto. Golf in the ghetto is hilarious. Like, that's funny, first of all.
Golf in the ghetto.
Golfing in the ghetto.
Abner's autobiography.
Hey, I'll be a nice side also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll
I'm
be-
sure you sell a lot of books, more than other people we know. You get it today on Amazon. Golf in the Ghetto. I almost forgot the name already. I almost said tennis.
All right. I mean, it can be tennis too.
Tennis in the Ghetto.
Tennis in the
Abner's second book.
La próxima Serena Williams. I'm not mad about that.
So if you have a daughter, that's what you're going to do?
No.
Oh.
Serena Williams Montalvo.
Williams is the middle name? That'd be funny. Serena Williams.
Serena Williams. William. Like, voy pa donde Williamcito. Who's Williamcito? That's my daughter. But if you think about it,
Horrible.
there had to be a coach in the ghetto
Mm-hmm.
que sacó a LeBron James, black athlete, que sacó a Tiger Woods,
Mhm.
black athlete, and Serena Williams from the ghetto.
Well, Serena Williams had her dad. Because
They
black
were-
fathers matter.
When they don't go to get milk.
Oh, God.
If they don't go to get milk, they
Jesus
matter.
Christ.
But it's
Oh,
okay. It's
my
okay,
Lord.
people. Welcome back.
If they
once
say they're going to
again.
get water, he's good. But if he says milk,
I mean, because water, everybody has water. Well, it depends. Not in Flint.
not if you're in Flint, Michigan.
Flint is fun.
That's where the book Golf in the Ghetto sold the most.
Thank you, guys. It was,
This is the last episode.
it lasted 26 episodes. That was fun. That was fun. Like, we
bueno.
just went back to back to back, you know.
Yeah, we started
But,
hot.
I don't know.
It's because I had 2 cups of coffee today. That's probably why.
Oh, damn, that's a lot. I didn't have one. Well, I just had one. Yeah,
It's
that's
because I've
it.
been waking up at 5.
That's okay. Connecting. Con los chakras.
But getting into before that, I had a story to tell you because every time you go to the barbershop, you come out with a story. When was the last time you went to the barbershop? 5.
2018, 17?
18, 17?
After, yeah, basically. Or 19? Nah. 18, 17, 18, dude.
So 8 years?
Yeah. Saving that money.
Not me.
I've never seen it.
Not me.
I don't see those 25. How much you paid?
I give him 50.
50 for that.
I give him 50, yeah, because I'm
The
like,
tip
do a
and
good job, my friend. Yeah, of course, including the tip. Yeah.
I used to get 5 for tip. I'm like, I need money
And
to
that's
get
why
home.
they messed it up.
I need money to get home.
That's why they messed it up. I need money to get home.
I need to pay, the bus.
That's
Hey.
funny. That's
Yeah,
real. That's real.
It is real. I had
Yeah,
to calculate.
I had to build up to 50. That was not.
And here, because in the R or whatever, it's like 100 pesos, whatever. But here, you need to calculate the cents as well.
The sex?
The cents.
Oh, the cents. Los centavos.
Cents. Los centavos. Los
Yes,
chavitos.
the
If you're
chavos.
listening to me, because here, if you are missing 1 cent, that's it. You're done. You're done. They will leave you out of the bus.
You never.
You need them cents.
You
So
will never.
I guess it is what it
You
is.
never hop on.
But
So I went to the
continue,
barber shop,
continue.
and he asked me about my daughter, how she's been. I let him know all that stuff, and then he starts talking about everybody wants to know the bad things right away. Está engreída.
No.
Right away.
No.
Engreída.
Engreída.
And first of all, like my Spanish left, so I was like, "What's that mean again?"
Engreída hipoteca. Hipotenusa.
Ingreída. So for people who don't know, like she's spoiled, I think.
Yeah. It is
Like
kind of
she
spoiled.
only wants to be held by the mom or held by dad or something like that. That's what he was meaning.
Yeah.
That's what he meant. He was talking about how he had a friend that, like, if they that the baby had to be held by the dad at all times.
Oh God.
All times.
Jesus. That's papitis.
Facts. So we're talking about that stuff, right? So then he comes and he's like, "Man, but it's so hard to cut babies' hairs and kids'
Imagine.
hairs. You know, they move a lot. Blah blah blah." Then he said that there's a friend that always brings his kid, and it's always a problem.
He
Always
loves
a mess.
that. He
always
loves that.
And he said one time, he's like, he told the kid, I'm gonna say it in Spanish. Si tú te mamas otra vez, te voy a romper el cuello. He said
That is funny.
and now the kid looks at him like, when they go to parties and stuff, and the kid's there, he looks at him like, with
I'm
a
not
side
moving.
eye.
I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
He said, if you move again, I'm gonna break your neck
Oh
to this
my
little kid.
God.
I was like, this barber's the best. I'm
I'm
the
not
best
moving.
in the world.
No, I'm moving. I'm straight. I'm standing still, okay?
Oh my God.
That is hilarious.
I'm like, how did that not only barbers?
But, funny story, when I used to go to the barber, back in, when I was a kid, my dad used to take me. And then how they have a lot of haircuts in the wall.
Yeah,
Like,
for
different
you to
hair-
choose from.
for you to choose from. And then I had a friend that he had what we called in the art good hair. Like like super nice. Like
Straight hair,
like straight hair, like him.
Caucasian hair,
Caucasian hair.
Caucasian.
So, and then he had like a little type of what was it? Like a honguito. Like it was like literally
Yeah,
super.
it's called a bowl cut.
Yeah, like super nice. And then I used to tell my dad, I want a haircut like that, but my hair, you can tell by my beard that it only looks good down here. If it grows up, that's not like
You wanted a
snappy.
bowl cut,
dude.
Thank God you
dude.
didn't get it
Why not?
because it was never a cool haircut.
I could have gotten like alisado or something like
But
get
don't
it
need-
like
you wanted to look like the Beatles, basically.
yeah,
No,
or like
you really were like, that's the one
that's
for me.
the one for me. But I used to.
Your dad saved you.
You think so?
Yes,
But
man.
my dad used
You
to.
would have been right now if you had a bowl cut as a kid. Like if you actually had straight hair.
Yeah.
And you had a bowl cut as a kid, you would not be like, "Oh yes, I love this haircut." You would have been like, "Dad, why you make me do this?"
My dad always had me cut, like my hair cut like this long, like super like.
Because people
Down.
in DR don't know what to do with African hair.
They don't know what to
Or
do with
black
African hair.
hair.
Just at least a little fade, but nothing.
So when you came over here, where you're like, "Man, this is what I could have done as a kid."
Yes, dude. Yes. I seen dreads. I seen afros. I seen here everything. But
And the barber said, "Fade or no fade."
fade or literally straight up like that. But,
A whole country
man,
where is mostly people who are black.
and if you have an afro, you're a crazy dude or a crazy lady, because they don't even hire you. If you have,
Oh
if,
snap!
if,
Yeah.
if they
Yep.
if you have like if you are embracing your curly hair, let's call it that.
That's good.
That's amazing. So if you're embracing it, they don't even hire you because they want a good looking, hair, and you have to, straighten it.
Wow.
It's wild. Classism
Wow.
at its finest.
We should get my wife here, and she could tell you
Bam.
all the
Dun, dun,
stories
dun,
of with her hair that she
Dun, dun,
loved
dun.
when she went to the salon.
Dun, dun.
They were so
Dun,
fun,
dun, dun, dun.
beautiful memories.
Hours. I can do this for hours. Hours. That is funny, man. But yeah, if you go to the barber, have fun. I don't need it. I don't need it. I'm
Hey, if you
saving
go to the
money.
barber, have fun. You know
I
what?
just-
Get a haircut for me.
Hey,
Get a haircut for me. And
today I was gonna go into the office, just literally quick shaving. All right, you look decent. Just go. It's easy
must
for
be
me.
nice.
It must be nice.
Must be nice.
Must be la policía.
The policia, no.
All right. So
Speaking of policia.
wait.
Oh, you have
Hold
another
on.
story?
No, I don't. But why are we forgetting? It's not us. It's how you see
Dang,
us.
we
man.
been past.
Come on,
We've been
man.
past.
Damn.
We wanted to get into it.
Come on, it's like it's not us. It's how you see us. Typically misunderstood. Another week. Woo! Woo!
The intro, 10 minutes in.
Yo, there are gunshots here.
Yeah, I used it when we were talking about DR the other day. Bueno, you know what? I guess like we got canceled.
Why DR? We're not gonna be able to go with it.
That's what I was like.
Or
maybe they were like, yeah, come.
Yeah.
Then they find out I'm Puerto Rican and then they'll kill me.
Uno nunca es profeta en su propia terra. So it's okay. It's okay. No worries. Woo!
Churchy kids.
That's why you gotta come outside here in the U.S.
Yeah.
To shine. It's okay. Gracias, Papi Trump.
Papi Trump.
Anyways, keep going.
Well, we were talking about the law. Today's episode.
The wall?
The law.
Oh, the law. Okay.
No, we know how you feel about the wall. We know about that. But the law.
To be the wall.
Your best Trump impression ever. I had to do jury duty. And I was actually picked.
Translate that.
What's jury duty?
Yeah.
Hipoteca. Wait, how do you say that?
Jury duty is
I know jurado.
I guess you would say
papi.
Jury duty. It would be like
Yeah, coming at me.
Como testigo, I guess. No, because that would be something like a judge.
It's not like we have the internet right in front of us.
We have internet here. I haven't paid it. You might use the last megabyte, so be quick.
All right, jury duty. The heck? Deber de jurado.
Deber de jurado. Wow.
That sounds like it should be a jury.
Wait, for those who don't know what jury duty is.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So jury duty.
The master in play.
When there's a case, like a law case, like, there's a judge and attorneys. In some cases, there's a jury, and the jury is a group of random people.
Yeah.
I found this funny meme to explain it. Basically, all of a sudden, the government decides to grab random people to help solve a murder.
Oh, God.
It's so random and so interesting.
Sometimes I never understood that until they explained it to me. I thought you just got to go and see, but I didn't.
You make the choice.
You make the choice. It's like, the judge is like, well, I feel like that was a lazy judge that invented that.
No. That's not.
It has to be
because it had to be like they're trying to make it as fair as possible. So the best way to do it is bring people that have nothing to do with the case, and if you're able to convince them, whether you're right or wrong, you can't really blame the judge, and you can't blame. It's just you weren't able to convince people who everybody started from zero basically, because literally like. A lot of us were new. There was only one lady who had been in a federal case before. So literally you get a letter that say you got to go to the jury, and then like, your job is supposed to pay for you the first 5 days that you're there, and you go into this room and there's a bunch of people.
Okay.
First of all, that one thing I learned is that a lot of people like to read because everybody there had a book and I did not.
That is crazy.
I was reading comic books on my phone. But then they start like making smaller groups, and then they ask you for this specific case.
Yeah.
There's these people, and we want to make sure that you don't know these people, because then you'll be like, "That's my cousin. I'm gonna protect."
I didn't see nothing.
Yeah, facts.
I hit the gun, but I didn't see nothing.
Exactly. So then, if you know these people, if you whatever, then they get you out, makes the group even smaller. The whole thing is, I just got back to work because of my daughter being born, right? I was out for a while. Just got back to work, and now I got jury duty. So I'm like, please don't pick me. I want to do it. I want to do it because it's interesting to me. But don't pick me because I just got back to work. So I'm on my computer doing work as they're like calling people. Then they start calling people one by one.
Oh, God.
To interview them to make sure that they'll be good for the case.
Wait, what? Do they ask you like a lot of questions? Or?
So I'm almost like, there's 3 people left. Me including. I'm waiting like, please, I don't want to do it because I got work to do. I'm the last person that they call, and I go there and they start asking questions. So tell me about
Did they actually pronounce your name right?
Or? I don't even know. I don't listen to that anymore. I always hear, I hope I don't butcher this. Jehziel, like something. It's always, I hope I don't butcher this.
Oh my God.
So I don't even listen. So they're like, oh, so this case. It was a case. We could talk about it now, but when you're a jury, you're not supposed to talk about The whole case was about a woman who was walking down the street and there was a piece of metal that was sticking out of the ground really small.
Yeah.
And she tripped over it and then fractured her elbow. And she was trying to get money for that.
Wow.
So they start asking questions like, they try to get to know you first, right? The attorney was actually super nice.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you like to do for fun? And I was just like, well, I do a podcast. I told him, he's like, oh, what's it about? I think I talked about food and I said I cook. And he's like, what's the best thing you can cook?
Yeah.
So like they get to know you a little bit like that first to kind of like make things like not so stressed out.
Yeah, yeah.
That's Azaria, if you guys hear her. She likes to talk now.
Listen close. 2 more years, she'll be right
here talking.
Anyway, my dad talks too much.
Can we go home now?
So then they start asking questions about the case, like, do you think you could be impartial, right? Like not biased about
Parcial o imparcial.
yeah, like one of the things he asked was like, do you agree that a company is kind of like a person, meaning like a person you're gonna treat the same thing as a company.
Yeah.
You're not gonna treat a company because they're a company. Since it's a person versus a company in this case, where she was suing a construction company, they wanted to make sure that I wasn't gonna be like, oh, companies suck or blah blah blah. It's like you could see how a company is like a person, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, sure, yeah. Like I actually thought I was gonna be more for the person, but I'll see later what happened. So then I'm like, sure, I could be impartial. Have you ever sued anyone? I'm like, no, I've never sued anyone.
That's funny. Yeah, I sued my dad. He never came back. Yo. So I sued my mom. She didn't cook for me.
That's wild. And I won. So then, they ask you questions like, have you ever been sued? How do you feel about people who sue companies? Like, do you think they have the right to do that?
Why not?
Yeah. There were some people that in the jury.
No. Why?
In the jury, I would never sue someone. If I fell,
you're out.
I would be in bed. But she was in it. She was in it. We were talking at the table, and she was like, "Why does she sue them?" Like, da 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 da. And I'm like, "You can't be mad at them because she did that." So,
hey, if you are bold enough, you can even sue the president of the United States.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That you're gonna live.
That's a different story.
That's a different story.
So then, they ask you those types of questions, and I'm like, cool. They picked me to be in the jury. I was the last person they picked, the last juror. Okay. And the whole process was pretty cool. Like, the people there were nice. The only problem is, like, we have to wait a lot because they tell you to get there, like, at 9 or something. And we didn't go into the courtroom until, like, 11.
That's 2 hours.
So the jurors started talking. The main thing the good thing I got out of there with a good few restaurant recommendations.
Well, at least you got something.
I already tried 2 of them and they were good.
You didn't waste no time.
Literally we went for lunch and I went to one place.
Alrighty, let's do it.
Deep in the ghetto.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey yo, I've been in Hartford for a long time. I'm good.
What can happen?
And they were nice. I loved it. I really loved it. They still had Christmas decorations, but it's okay.
It's funny.
It's May. It's fine. But no, but it was really like that was the only bad thing. Everybody was like complaining. They should do this faster. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, there's so many things that go into a case. The lawyers. One thing what was surprising to me was that the lawyers, the attorneys, they work together a lot.
They have to.
Yeah, but they're against each other. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
So they were both questioning me, and they were taking turns, and they're like, go ahead first. Okay, you can do. Okay, perfect. And then they both left. The judge wasn't there to question me.
Yeah,
which apparently they did in the federal one. They were working together. They were giving each other. Hey, do you still have that page? Oh, thank you.
Crazy.
I'm like, y'all are trying to take money from each other. Like that's weird.
I'm like, I feel like they're working towards an agreement that benefit their.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's probably what they're doing. So yeah.
So like when they go with the judge, they're basically coming up with the rules of this case.
Yeah.
What can we say? What can't we say? And then that's why they don't need us, and that's why it takes so long.
Okay.
So like everybody was complaining, and I'm like, y'all don't understand the details
Yeah.
that go behind this stuff.
Yeah.
So we finally go in. They go through the case. We listen to the case. We listen to all the, what's that called? Evidence.
Yeah.
There was like 3 witnesses.
Oh,
And then the judge goes, sir, so attorney, and that's the thing that takes so long. Everything has to be like, can I do this? Judge, may I approach the
they need
witness?
so much permission.
They
like, so
need
like,
permission
bro,
for
like,
everything.
Can I breathe? Can I speak? Can I go to a restroom? Like, bro, this is
we're
not
sitting
high school.
there. We're
Jeez.
sitting there listening, and the attorney is talking to one of the witnesses, and I'm like, oh shoot, I'm thinking like they're gonna be like, you are a liar or something.
Yeah.
It was not dramatic at all. He shows a picture. He's like, as you can see this picture, Judge, may I approach the witness? Yes. Here's the picture. Like, to those little things, everything. So
What am I gonna do? Kill the witness? I'm not gonna shoot. What the
it's
heck?
my witness.
It's really what the I brought it. Anyway, yeah.
As
My
I'm
bad,
there,
my bad.
like watching the witness, and I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen next, right? This is my first time. The juror on my left and the juror on my right, asleep. Asleep, like as the witness is talking.
That is funny.
There's
That is
evidence
actually funny.
that's gonna determine like what your decision is, and you're missing it. I'm just like,
They were probably fed up with that. It was like, this is boring as hell. Like,
I was like, yo, what is happening? So it was 2 days. It was very quick.
yeah.
The only shady thing I feel like was like one of the attorney who was for the company. He starts to say the woman that hurt herself. She's like, you guys see her? She looks healthy. And I'm just like, hey, yo, this is shady. This is shady. But he's like super nice. And, there's no reaction. No one can be like, like nobody can be like, oh my God. Like, But then he goes,
Can you do a push-up? Do a squat real quick for me. That is it.
It was like, we were almost done. So I'm like, okay, no, nothing shady has happened. Nothing crazy. And he just goes like, by the way, didn't you and your husband, she's the witness, didn't you and your husband a few months later go to Germany on vacation?
There you go.
And I said, yo, I wanted to go, yo.
Do not post everything in social media. Now you got caught. What are you gonna do after that? What are you gonna do after that?
And didn't you just a year later go on vacation here? Like she went on like
That's
3 or
it.
4 vacations.
That's they got money.
And you hiked or something. I think he brought that up too. And I'm just like, yo, this attorney's slick. And he was always like, listen, Miss so and so. I don't remember her name. So Miss so and so
Let's find her own face.
is
You
a
lost.
very nice woman. She's a very sweet woman. I'm just saying it's not my company's fault. I'm like, this guy is slick, man.
That's what he get paid for.
This guy's slick.
That's why he gets
So
paid
then
for.
when the attorney for the lady is like, the judge is like, so what do you want to do next? I'm like, aren't you the judge? He goes, I want to rest my case. As soon as he said that, I said, that's it? Why are we here? I'm like, there's barely any evidence at all. Like, there's no camera or anything of why that piece of metal was there.
Yeah.
The company wasn't working in that area. They were working in another area during the time. It happened during a weekend where nobody works anyway.
Yeah.
It wasn't like they left a tool out or something. And I'm just like, I'm trying to give this woman money because I'm like, okay, you hurt yourself. But I'm like, you just rested your case?
Just like that.
That's it?
Just like
What
that.
did you really thought what you said was going to be like, oh,
Just like that.
$5,000.
That is wild.
I felt like, why are we here for this case? That's how I felt, like literally when it was over.
They could have, resolved that and okay, what is it that you want to do? Let's do this and that. Okay. Let's just come to I feel like they wasted more money, electricity, people's time.
Yeah.
Even though
Resources.
Even though you kind of get paid, but
Oh, the attorneys are fine.
yeah, but bro,
So
I
we
don't-
ended up saying that the
it's way too
woman
much. Way too much
shouldn't
going
get
on.
any money. that the company shouldn't pay anything because we looked at everything. We looked at pictures. We were there for a little bit long because we can't talk about the case until they settle it.
Dang.
So like we go through a whole day listening to stuff. We go to the room all by ourselves and we can't talk about it. So like we're just quiet. We're talking about other stuff.
I can't.
And it wasn't until they say, yes, I'm done with my case.
While you're there, there's somebody like making sure that you don't.
No, there isn't somebody.
Well, so you think she did it?
No, but they say, yes, but they say like, as your responsibility as a juror, if you hear, like if I heard you and talking to someone else, I have to write down what you say, put the date and give it to the judge.
I'll wait for you outside. You snitch. Snitches get stitches.
Funny.
That would be
so
crazy. Outside of the
the courtroom.
The courtroom. Another lawsuit. Here we go again.
So
that is been...
yeah, so we can't talk about it at all. But we took time reading stuff and I feel like we should have gone faster. But we were like, really? Is this company not gonna get in trouble? I did feel like I understand why maybe the woman didn't settle, but I questioned like, wait, why didn't the company settle? They don't want to give away nothing.
Yeah,
nothing.
They don't.
But you have to pay for an attorney was what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So I was like, wouldn't it have been cheaper to settle? But even the judge, when he's like, I want to talk to the jury because it was over, and go back to the room and I'm gonna come with you for a few minutes just to talk. So he comes in, he's like, you guys took your time. Como que like he was expecting it to be like 30 minutes.
Yeah. But
I think we were there for like 2 or 3 hours because everybody had to say their piece and it went by. It went by. Quick.
Yeah.
But and at first I'm like, wow, this is gonna take a little bit longer.
That is crazy.
But he was like, most cases settle. Most of them. Meaning that they both come to an agreement and say, all right, let's not do a case. Just give me this and I'll give you that.
Yeah.
And he was like, I told the attorneys, like, this case, like, there's not much, he couldn't say anything. So he was like, I just told the attorneys. He just kept going like this. So like, funny. He just kept shrugging his shoulder like, they should. He's like this. Most cases settle. He's like, you never know what the jury's going to do. And it's like, because you could be like, yes, all this overwhelming evidence. And the jury, I was thinking about it, like somebody could just look at someone and be like, I don't trust her. And then that's it.
That's it. Bye.
The evidence could have been overwhelming.
That is wow.
Yeah. But it was I liked it. It was good.
What would you rate it?
The experience? Out of 10, I would say
5. No,
it wasn't bad. I think it was good, like the experience itself. The case was like, okay, it was. I feel like I had like a training wheel case. Like, it's like they knew it was my first time, so they gave me an easy case. They obviously don't pick that, but it felt that way. So I think the experience was like an 8. Like it was nice. It was cool. Yeah. It was cool to be with. I'm like, yo, I feel like I haven't been with strangers in a long time.
Since COVID.
Well, since I got my master's last year.
Oh yeah.
So it was interesting to be with like complete strangers, all different ages, different types of people.
Yeah.
So that was interesting, and I felt like, these people don't know me. So like, it was weird to be like, oh, I have to present myself. Oh yes, okay.
That's great.
And I started to notice things about myself.
Yeah, she does. She definitely loves.
She's been talking so much. I love
That's
it.
That's good.
But no, like it was so interesting to notice that I am like the quiet person at first.
Oh, me. Yo, yes.
It took me when I was there. I was like, wait. Y yo estaba cómodo. No era como que yo estaba. I was just like chilling. I literally was like this at the table. Todo el mundo hablando, and I'm like, listening to them, and I'm like, oh shoot, I haven't talked. Just like
at work when I first got there, I used to be like that. They thought that I was gonna be like that. Now I'm the person who's like, yeah, let's do this, and then they hear me laughing. And sometimes they be looking at me like, I mean, we literally thought you would not be like this, but
But and then what was interesting is that when I said something like, okay, it's my turn, everyone's looking at me because they haven't heard me. So I was like, all, just like you start realizing things about yourself when you're with
Pensaba que tú eras mudo.
Yeah, so it was a cool experience. I would recommend it. But it was funny because as I've been telling people that I've been doing jury duty, how many people avoid it? So many people avoid it.
Guilty.
Why?
Guilty. I am that person.
Why? What makes you
Listen. It started when I was 18, 19?
Wait, is this gonna turn? Are you gonna blame Daisy?
No, I'm not gonna blame Daisy. If you ever see me, I love you. Yeah.
We love you.
I first got that letter in the mail, and I'm like, what is this? Then they explain it to me, whatever. Yeah, you gotta go and make a decision. Give it whatever. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just not gonna respond. My mom usually tells me, you gotta say something. At least if you can't go. I always ignore it. I have gotten it like 3 times, and I just ignore it. Why? I don't know. Maybe because I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm sorry.
What does that have to do with anything?
Petty. If I don't like something that you did, you're guilty. I'm like, I know.
Well, the thing is, there's this lady out from work. Apparently, she's been asked to go to jury duty like 14 times, and she always goes and never gets picked. They call her and be like, "No, we don't need you," because that's what happened to me the first time I went to jury duty. Mm-hmm. They're like, "Oh, wait on this day and we'll give you a response." So I waited. No, we're good. We don't need it. We don't need juries anymore. Because then, sometimes they settle before that happens.
Yeah.
One thing that they said in one of the training videos, because they give you like a little training in the beginning, is that sometimes even when the people, like the person, whatever, and the suing or getting sued, when they see the jury, they get scared, so they settle. Just by seeing the jury, they're like...
I'm Tyrone.
I bet you if they see you, I say, no, that guy's gonna get me in jail.
I'm Tyrone Johnson. What you on, man? You did it or not? Nah, man, we good.
I swear we don't want to deal
with you.
And they'll be like, I don't need the money.
I don't need the money. I'm good.
I actually tripped myself. They confess right away. They had police. They had no. You know what?
I got 2 cars here. Yell free car or a yelling yell? You let me know, man.
You're funny.
I'll be.
Look at what Google said. If you don't respond to your jury,
here we go. Just put the handcuffs on me, and that's it.
You could have fines,
bam, 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 bam,
and even imprisonment.
Imagine me.
It could be $1,000 fine, dude.
Imagine me in jail because I didn't go to jury duty. So what you here for? Well,
because I'm petty.
Oh, you petty like that? And I'm just looking at them.
That's
like,
my man.
That's my man. Yeah.
I'm petty too.
How many did you do? I'm like, what you mean? Yeah, how many? Like how many? That.
Oh my God.
How many did you? And I'm just like, no, dude, I just didn't go to jury duty. This nigga. You hear? I'm sure they're gonna say something like that. Like,
oh my Lord.
I would not know how to behave in jail. Honestly. Personally.
I think you'll survive.
No.
I think you'll survive.
That's scary.
But you won't let it show?
Imagine if they make a mistake and they put me with the gangs.
They won't. You'll be fine.
All right. City of Hartford. If you ever see this, please send me my letter.
All right. City of Hartford. That's hilarious.
I will definitely reply.
All right, City of Hartford. How many have you gotten? What the heck?
3.
I've only gotten 2.
3.
This was my second one.
3. I just like the thing is that I
bet you they all settled. That's what happened.
Probably.
And you.
Por la misericordia y la gracia del
Señor.
So that, yeah, and I can just blame or justify that. They only say Abner Montalvo. And my dad.
Oh my God.
And me, we have the same.
Oh my God.
The same name and the same last name.
You are.
So
petty.
I'm gonna be like, we don't know who it was.
I thought it was my dad.
I thought it was my dad. I mean, your
dad's been going to the city hall for the past 5 years. Why do I keep getting fined for a jury duty?
I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sorry. That's
Yo.
Sir, you cannot register this car.
Damn.
Why?
Working at the DMV is wild.
Working at the imagine. So wait, what
I'm
is
so
going on with
embarrassed
these,
by
man?
my own son. That's hilarious.
But that would be crazy. So people, if you get jury duty, please
Just go. A
Just
lot
go.
of times you're not gonna get called.
or just say that you don't want to be there.
You just be honest.
Yeah.
Like if you really can't, like for example, like if they say, do you like what they asked me? Like, do you think if you really think, no, I'm never gonna help a corporation. I think that they're cheaters. You tell them that they'll kick you out.
They'll kick you out. Literally, they will kick you out.
They kick people out for smaller things. Like
what?
Like just because they're a Christian, they're like, can you put your religion aside?
No.
Oh,
Bye. I'm not. I have an addiction to biting my nails.
Bye.
Sir. We can, that would be crazy. So I mean, if you get it, go.
Mm-hmm.
Please go.
You
Do
have
not
to
be
go.
like Abner. Do not be
I
like
can't
that
believe
dude.
you've had 3.
3, yeah. It's just wild, man. But I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable, honestly, going there.
My daughter just gave the greatest fart on earth.
That's okay. That's okay.
I wonder if you guys heard it.
They didn't hear that. They didn't hear it. No, it's fine. No worries.
But yeah.
So yeah, man.
Wild.
You know, it is what it is at this point.
Yeah. It's not like I don't understand why people avoid it. One thing that they said in those training videos was like, when you are in a case and you have, if you ever have to do a case and going to court, you want a jury, and you want good people to be in that jury. But to me, it was ironic that they do this whole process, and the 2 guys next to me were falling asleep.
That is funny.
That's the craziest part.
I feel like that would be me. Like I can be active, and all of a sudden, like I was falling asleep today in a training of an hour at my workplace. Literally, and I was just falling asleep.
That's funny.
I don't know. What's that called when you like have
insomnia?
No, like lack of attention. Like you can
like ADD or something.
But I feel like it's like with sleep.
Oh, what the heck?
Instead of like me keeping focus on something, I just keep like, it's just, I don't know. I either get tired, I feel like that's going to happen. And then I snore.
Oh,
imagine
I wonder what they would do. I wonder if they'd be like, mistrial, got to start all over again. That's wild.
That is funny. Imagine me like, yeah, they're going back and forth. That'll be wild. That'll be wild. So, yeah, they'll probably record me.
Yeah.
And then I'll be on channel 3. So look at this.
They'll do a sketch. Have you ever seen those court sketches with a big beard?
Oh God, that's funny, bro.
No, but like that caught me. I was like, yo, I would like someone like me to be in the jury. You know, like I don't like pick me. You know what? Just pick me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't understand why people run at it like it's a duty, first of all. As a citizen.
Well, I'm not a citizen.
Oh my God.
I'm a resident. Yeah.
And you want to have a jury that you can convince, like, I don't want, all right, these people don't know anything.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to be biased. Well, you know, everyone has a bias.
Everybody has
a
bias.
You know.
Everybody has a bias.
It just was surprising how many people. And then the thing is also like, how many people are of, you know, of color, how many people are white, how many people are men, how many people are women. We were like really like 3 guys, 3 women. And it was like 3 of us were of color and the 3 others were white.
Yeah.
So we were kind of like, we were pretty
like
even. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it's not always like that because it's from where you're from.
Yeah.
Right? So like if you're in a town that only has white people and you're the one black person
that's it,
and you're trying to sue someone and they're like, no, I'm not going to have this black person win this case, even though he's right. You know,
that happens a lot.
It does. It does. So,
alrighty, people. So I guess
go to jury duty. Give it your best shot.
Do not be like me. Do not be scared. You're not gonna get put on Yale. just because. No, that's not gonna happen. Just go there, do your best, and if you don't want to be there, just say, "I do not want to be here."
You could say that.
And you know,
you know what? My bad. You know what they asked me? I was like, "Oh, right now, I need to go back to work," and they're like, "Well, you know, this case is gonna take 2 days. That you're not gonna be in work. Can you focus?" And I said, "Yeah, I could focus here and not think about work." And they're like, "Okay, but if so, like, you could say, no, I'm gonna be thinking about work," and then they're like, "Oh, you know."
Or just be like, I have a tendency of lying. You just be like, oh, no, we don't want no liars. Or I need to drink. I drink on the job.
No, just be honest.
That's it. Just
be honest.
hey, I have stories
About what?
people drinking on the job.
Oh, but I'm just saying, be honest about yourself.
People be doing that, but no, I'm not gonna say that about
Well,
myself.
if you are doing
but yeah,
that.
that's so. Just I guess when I get it, I'll go.
Watch it. Yo, the lady that was with us that had the federal case,
Yeah,
she was there for weeks.
weeks
Weeks.
listening to the same thing back and forth.
No, because it was a dude was hired to kill someone. So she.
How much did he get paid? She didn't say.
No, I didn't ask any questions about the case. I should have, but we had to do our own case. We had to do our own case.
No,
But
probably $50.
that should. I didn't think about
Yo, I'll be like, so come here.
because
Sit
she
right
said
here.
Puerto Rican, and I'm like, enough. I don't want to hear about that.
Wow.
I was like,
You didn't want to be with your people?
I don't want to hear about my people killing. Like, I'm like, all right.
Well, that's,
I guess we're good with guns.
I guess we're good with. All righty, people. That's it.
Boricua. I guess we're good with guns.
What? Oh my God! But yeah, please go to your
Go to jury
¿Cómo que se
duty.
llama en español esa vaina?
Deber.
Deber de jurado. I guess, yeah. Deber de jurado. Ve a tu deber de jurado. Imagine if they did that in the art.
Caso cerrado.
Caso cerrado. That is we will be here for another half hour. Anyways, thank you people for watching us.
Woo!
This is typically misunderstood. It's not us. It's how you see us.
That's right.
Like, share, subscribe. Please
favor.
tell other people.
If you don't go to jury duty, por lo menos share, like, and
Por lo
subscribe.
menos. And I'm sure the city of whatever you live will see that.
City of Hartford will give you a good prize.
Will
and
give you a good.
they'll actually pardon you from your next jury duty if you like, share, and subscribe our video.
There you go. At least live a happy smiley face in the comments. So we will know that you were there. We love you. We'll see you in another week.
Bye.
Bye.